Little warning for you all. This is the first video in years since I've used my voice, so please don't judge me for stuttering, messing up saying certain words or sentences, or taking long pauses. Please enjoy the video. Hello everyone, my name is Ace. I'm going to be talking about things you'll be looking forward for this year. We're going to talk about this New Year's, unveil my OCs, and facts about them. Also, in the background, I'm drawing art for other people for Christmas, since I didn't finish them. Okay, so for this New Year's that just passed, I hope that everyone had a good year. My year started off stressful and ended up being good and nice, but I really hope you all had a good year in 2025. But now since we're in 2026, I'll be working on more things this year than last year. At least I'm going to try to. But before I talk about things you can look forward for this year, I would like to talk about the website that made me get this far in the first place, Unvale. So Unvale is a website that has recently gotten an app where you can post things such as writing, art, collaborative worlds, community posts, and world/stories for your OCs. But anyways, I've joined Unvale on July 9th of 2024, and the people that have been there since I've joined, such as Best, Lamoon the Cat, Somebody You Know, and Splat Autism 05, were most definitely been the most supportive, caring, and loving people ever. Which brings me to mention one of my main friend groups on that website, which is the Whiteboard Crew. Me and the Whiteboard Crew are a group of friends that loves to draw on this online whiteboard. And it took us about 4 to 5 months until we actually put a name to our group, after everyone was now officially in that crew. But without my crew, I wouldn't have made a lot of things like KWAAU, oh my god, new OCs, my Undertale U, the Wasp lore, and lore for our characters. Like the whole family tree thing that we did. So thank you to Wasp Alt, Static System, Catty Alt, Smiley Smiley 09, Owls, the Ogle, Burnt to Ash O, and I Put the Pain in Panic, who are also known to me as Grandpa Pookie, Caddy, Smilby, Owl, Lego, Auntie Ashy, and Finn. To all the people that I have just mentioned, thank you so much for always being there when I first joined. It means a lot to me because you are the reason why I have gone this far in the first place. It's all because of those encouraging and supportive comments that you all have given me over the years. So thank you. Thank you so much for always being there ever since I started. I really mean it. Thank you so much. Now that we have done the thank yous for all the people that's been there, let's start with the things that you should get really excited for this year from me. So, one of the main things I'm going to be focusing on is my Undertale U. I'm going to talk more about it in a separate video, but my Undertale U, I've been working on it for about 9 to 10 months, and I've hardly done anything with it. Shocker, I know. I've done a few designs already, but they don't look good, so I am currently working on redesigning some of the ones that I have already done, or just redesigning some of the characters that I haven't done. And not only that, I'm also going to be working on animations on it and working on making little voices for them, since I am not going to do voice acting. I can hardly even speak on this video. I can't do voice acting. I refuse to do voice acting. So, I'm sorry. So that's clear. No voice acting in that when I do post it. But I'm going to be doing small clips and also just redesigning a lot of the characters. I have already redesigned around 3 of them, so I am really excited to show those off to you all, which I will right here on the screen, right there. So, I hope you all like those designs. Tell me what you think. I really like them. I'm going to also put the original designs down here so you can actually see the very, very huge improvements. So that's one huge thing that you can all be looking forward to this year, is more about that. Now, not only that, I'm also going to be working on certain OC's lore, such as Molly, Celino, Terrence, and just many more. Milkshake slash Milkshuck, stuff like that. Because the last time I checked, her lore was not their lore, not just her, but their lore has been a little iffy, okay? I want to redo their entire lore because their lore is making me mad. Because it's giving me war flashbacks of when I first made them, and they deserve justice. Like, a lot of justice than what they first came out as, especially Molly. Molly deserves better. So, I hope you guys are excited for some lore drops, because I'm going to be working on those sooner or later. So that's going to be fun. And then I'm also going to try, I said try for a reason, I'm going to try and bring back the Newcomers, which is a collaborative world that I have made a year ago. And at first it was doing really well, and then it kind of just fell off. And if I can't exactly bring it back, I will try to come up with a new collaborative world for other people, which I really, really hope will grab people's attention, because I thought about doing another collaborative world a while back, and I wasn't sure if I should go with it or not. I asked the whiteboard crew, and they were like, I don't know, I would wait on it. So that's what I did. So if I can't bring it back, I'm gonna do another thing instead, hopefully. So get ready for something new for me, such as collaborative worlds or just worlds in general, about my OCs, or just something fun that everyone or anyone can do. So those are the main things that I'm probably going to be doing this year. I maybe be doing more not art collabs. Actually, yeah, I might do more art collabs in the future, but I am really, really wanting to do more, like hosting more things, such as contests or things as Secret Santas, which I tried doing this year, but then I realized it was a little too late for. So, yeah. I'll try again this year to see what I can do. And expect a lot of new OCs or just random things from me. So, besides that, that is mainly all the things that you should mainly be getting from me this year. And there might be some more stuff that I just don't know, because that's how the year typically goes for me. Now it's time to do the fun facts. I have a list right in front of me, and they're all in order. So, first off, we're going to start with my main OC, Ace, OG Ace. Okay, Ace was not meant to be anything but an animatronic engineer. So, basically, what this means is that in her original lore, she helped William Afton out with making certain animatronics. And that was, like, gonna be, like, her main thing. But then I just changed it up because I thought that was a little boring. So, yeah. Ace was supposed to be an only child. But after having her for, like, a week, I decided to give her siblings. Because without her siblings in her lore, it would have just been really plain and boring. Because her siblings is, like, a really important part of her lore. And the last one for Ace is that Ace wasn't meant to come back after dying from the hitman. So, basically, her parents, they bought a hitman to kill their daughter. The hitman killed the daughter, and it was supposed to end like that. And then I just did not like that, so I changed it to where she possessed her animatronic that she made that was meant to go to her siblings, aka Candy Drop, and let her possess that. And yeah. Now, Ace. I got a few more, okay. The first one is Ace was originally bi and had a boyfriend before Best. So, basically, I did not like the fact that she was bi at the time, so I changed her to Pan, which is canonically Pan in that AU. And the whole boyfriend situation, I just want everyone to just forget that part ever existed. Ever. Please. The second fun fact about her is that she only gives herself a tattoo on her body if it has deep meaning about her or something that has happened to her. So she canonically has a tattoo of cracked glass on her back and chains on her side. The glass is representing how she feels on how she has lost many people, and she tries to hold it all together, but everything's slowly cracking. And then the chains is representing how she feels on being trapped with HIII's and AX and AX, which she's getting better at, but it still feels like she's being trapped. Ace's rings around her head, that was a last minute decision. Yeah, that was a last minute decision because the design at the time looked really boring, and I just wanted to do something, and that was the very first thing that came to mind, and it stuck. Which I'm glad that it stuck. The fourth one is less of a fact. It's more like I guess you could say it's a fact. Yeah. If you see Ace zoning out, do not interrupt her. There is a 70% chance that she is talking to HIII's Axe and AX. If you do, Ace would probably not be the one that would take control over her body. It would probably be HIII's AX or Axe. So if you do have something to say, go to any family member, any friends, tell them. They will tell Ace. I swear. Next is Candy Drop. So, the first one is that she was not my first daycare OC I had. I had 3 other ones. And I am actually debating if I should add them to her lore or not. I'm debating on I should, but I should let that up for you all. Candy Drop was only made for my Yum ships. Yeah. So, she still is. She's still made for that. But, at the time, I was really, really big on that. Like, literally the only reason why she existed. And the third one is that, Candy Drop was not supposed to burn out. Okay. She was not only supposed to be burnt out when the Pizzaplex caught on fire, she was also supposed to lose both her legs and one arm and thrown into the salvage area back in Pizza Simulator. Then I decided to only have her lose at one arm and a leg and a half. Because it's better than losing both legs. You still have, like, a half a leg. Right? That's, like, the only big change that was, like, on that. Like, everything else stayed the same, but, yeah, she was supposed to lose both her legs. I don't think you guys even knew about her losing or being burned at all, actually, now that I think about it. So, you get some future lore. Isn't that exciting, right? Yeah. But, Candy Drop, she's amazing. Then there is Molly. Molly was made for an old gacha roleplay. So, yeah, as it says, she would not have existed if it wasn't for a certain old roleplay I had. So, yeah. Molly has 2 siblings. I just never mentioned it. Yeah. I mean, I think I vaguely mentioned them, but, like, I never, like, full on said, yeah, she has 2 siblings. Here they are. I might draw them. I don't know. Probably not. Molly has ink splotches around her body. And if you put your hand through it, your hand would go through one of the many other ink splotches around her body. I just thought that was, like, a really fun detail. And, like, of course, none of you would, like, know that by, like, looking at her. So, I just thought it would be fun. And the last one for Molly is that, she used to have a necklace that used to be her mom's. But then I instead turned it into a tattoo that her mom used to have on her back. And then I gave her a little ring from her that was also used to be her mom's. Here's a fun little section. HIIII and their crew. So, HIIII secretly cares about Axe and Axe, but they hate to admit it, so they talk bad about them and purposely makes fun of them so that they don't have to actually, like, tell people that. Axe didn't... If Axe ever did take control of Ace's body, Axe would have probably try and hurt everyone around Axe, because Axe would have would see everyone as a threat or something that would want to hurt Axe. Axe is probably the least dangerous, which I know sounds insane, but I say this since it's the part of Ace that Ace doesn't really know who or what she is, or want to be. Even though they are not dangerous, they can sound and act different, like different eras of Ace. So making makeshift is extremely easy. Why did I decide to do that? I'm not sure. I just thought it would be fun, okay? Magby. Magby was an excuse to make a Bendy and the Ink Machine OC. So I'm still really into that fandom, and I just really wanted to make an OC for it, and there was a collaborative world for it, so I joined it just to have an OC. Magby was originally supposed to be a human, but then I thought a dragon would be more fitting for them, because it was a cartoon-based, old cartoon-based, rubber hose style, so just thought that would make more sense. And Magby was the only OC of mine that is only ink and not a part of anything. So yeah, every other OC I have is literally just meant to have like part human, part this, part that. Magme is literally the only one that is not like that. Bro was just built different. Oh lord, that was so cringe. Oh no, help me. Then we have Lily. Lily, oh lord. Lily may have liked EEAs when she first met her. So, this was when I first came up with Lily. She liked EEAs when they first met, because they first met was when she was being experimented on, and she just grew like a really huge attachment to her. Lily wasn't meant to be related to Mink at all. But then I just thought it would work, which it did. Just, I don't think any of you knew that they weren't supposed to be blood related in any shape or form. Shocker, I know, right? And then there's Mink, which is Lily's brother. Mink was only made because I really wanted HIIII to have a crush. So that's pretty self-explanatory in itself. I really wanted HIIII to break her one and only, like, motto, which was like, I don't like anyone, and blah, blah, blah. So, yeah. Mink wasn't always mute. So, as some of you might know, Mink is just a face with a bunch of eyes and is mute. And he wasn't always like that. He used to be able to speak and communicate. But then I just took that away from him because I said so. Yep. I just didn't want him to speak because I think it would be more fun learning how to do Morse code. So that's one of the main reasons why I made him mute, and his own backstory. And finally, for the last little fact, is that Mink has tried to kill someone once to prove that he was strong for HIIII, but he ended up feeling bad and letting the guy free. So, this was a while, like way before the eating epidemic even started. So, Mink and HIIII, they like each other, okay? It's just canon. That's just canon. So, when they first met, he knew that HIIII was like the strong personality, like they're independent, they don't need my help, but like I want to show them that I can help them if they ever do need help. And he ended up doing right in front of them that they just straight up cowered out, felt really bad, and apologized and let the guy free. Which I find really funny, in my opinion, because like imagine you tried to show someone like you really like that like you can do this for them, and like you just fail immediately. That's like really funny to me. But yeah, that's all the facts that I have. I really hope that you all enjoyed my yapping session, my whole yaps. And once again, thank you to the people I shouted out earlier in this video. I am very, very thankful to have you a part of my journey. Anyways, I hope you all have a great day. I hope you all have an amazing new year. Literally. And I'll see you all later. Bye.